All right, what's up everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another OJ stream. We are live. What's up? How's everybody doing? Today we got a pretty good show for you guys because there's a lot of different stuff to talk about. EA's being silly. I found this article with EA to be one of the most silliest, and I can't help but think of different stuff to do in terms of to make fun of this, but I wanted to talk about it in a video. Art Electronic might be back. Art Electronic might be making a comeback soon. I'm not really sure exactly when. I don't know, but look out for Art Electronic soon. Maybe Art Electronic makes his return to the show. I'm telling you guys, EA is the #1 company in the world, and I'm going to explain to all of you why Nintendo doesn't deserve our support. Nintendo just doesn't deserve the high quality games of EA. I mean, there's a multitude of reasons. For example, there's data that suggests that every single Switch owner has a PS4 and Xbox One, and they rather play those games on their PS4 and Xbox One even when they're not at home. If they're away in Alaska and there's no way to play a game, they still rather play the game on the PS4 and Xbox One. They even rather play a game on PS4 and Xbox One when they can't. If they're in a plane, they rather bring their PS4, bring an external battery source, bring a television, hook it up, and somehow play Madden than playing on the Switch. We have plenty of data that shows this. You investors need to stop and let us take care of the games. Okay, I'm done. I'm good. We have what about The Sims? Do you think The Sims could come over? That might be a good franchise for the Sims? The Sims? The Sims. We have data. We have data that suggests that 10 million new players came over. Who needs a Switch? We have data that suggests 10 million players. That's a lot of players. That's a lot of players that aren't on Switch. So that's what our data suggests. Do you have that data? Do you have it? No. Oh, no. Did somebody say something? What'd you say, investor? Did you say something? No. We have the data. You don't. So before you start asking questions, look up the data. It's out there. We have it. We're giving it to you. Can we see the data, sir? No. We'll have that for you. In the apps. Sweat bubble. In the next quarter's report. Trust me, it'll be there. Oh my gosh. I don't know why, Busy Mike, why are you still bitching about whatever, dude? I said that you're not a real fan. If you don't come over and watch me on Twitch too, then you're not a real fan. You're more fan of a platform. It's not about having a preference. Is that it's about what do you watch somebody for? Do you watch it because it's only on YouTube, or do you watch the person because you like their content? If you like that person's content, you'll watch it on Twitch. Twitch is free. Now, if Twitch was paid, then I get what you're saying. Hey, it's paid. I got to do all this stuff, but it's not. They're both free platforms, both video players. All you do is sit down and watch. You click a link. You'll watch on Twitch. It's a website. If your favorite show moved from, I don't know, CBS to, I don't know, whatever, ABC, would you stop watching because it's on ABC and not CBS because it's on a different channel? No, you'd probably still watch. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear people say, "Oh well, I don't do Twitch. I'm not gonna go over there," you're obviously not a real fan. You're not a real fan because you're watching just because it's on a platform, not because you like the person, you like their content. It's a video player. It doesn't. You're not even interacting with the video. There's barely anything. There's a chat box. It's the same thing. So that's the reason why I say you're not a real fan. You're not a real fan, and I'll ignore comments from people who aren't as big of fans or real fans. That's it. Or I won't necessarily look for it as much because I want to see that whenever I stream and whenever I talk back, I want to see that people will actually just watch because of the content, not because it's just on YouTube to watch. You know what I'm saying? That's all I meant. Like I said, that's all I meant by that. That's all I meant. You're welcome. Obviously, you're welcome to stay. Nobody's going to ban you, anything like that. But you got to see it from the content creator standpoint. If they go somewhere and they're literally on another free website, oh, I'm not going to watch because it's on that. That's ridiculous. That's all I said. That's all I meant, dude. That's all I meant. But like I said, you're free to stay. You're free to go. You're free to do whatever you want. That's just my thought process. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the Ninja news for the day. So today we had a video on Switch sales, so make sure you guys check that video out if you haven't already done so. We talked about that. We also talked about like Link's Awakening. We talked about the Nintendo Switch Mini. We talked about the Outer Worlds coming over to Nintendo Switch. All of that was on today's video in the morning. Some of you guys might have not gotten that because I went way overboard on notifications yesterday. So some of you guys probably didn't get that notification in the, what's it called, in your sub box, or you didn't get it in your sub box at all. All right, so there's that video. Also, all the videos from yesterday are live, so I just kind of put them all up so I don't have to worry about scheduling them out. So all the videos from yesterday, so my full live reaction plus discussion to the hero, my split up just my live reaction to the hero, the OJ stream from yesterday, also 3 hours of gameplay of the hero. That's all up. All of that was yesterday, which was crazy. Yeah, all of that, plus my Fire Emblem video. My Fire Emblem UK sales video was up too. So all of that was yesterday. That's all live on the channel for you guys to watch. Plenty of content to watch. Tomorrow morning we have a... what do we have tomorrow morning? Tomorrow morning we have a Fire Emblem Three Houses impressions and impressions and basically just discussion video. You're definitely gonna want to check that out. I'm like 20 hours into Fire Emblem, something like that. No spoilers at all. So excuse the editing. It's not gonna have everything in there, but it is definitely a good video, kind of like a pseudo review of Fire Emblem Three Houses. So you're definitely gonna want to check that out. I'm almost done editing that video. I'm almost done editing that video, so we'll definitely discuss that too tomorrow morning. All right, so I'm gonna put out a tweet that I'm live real quick, okay? And I want all of you guys to retweet that tweet as soon as I finish it, because I'm a little bit we started a little bit late today, and I'm sorry about that because I was at the gym and then I had to grab some food. I changed my diet plan. I'm no longer eating like the breaded chicken anymore. I'm making all of my chicken myself and seasoning it and making it myself. So I'm changing up my diet plan in terms of what I'm eating. And I had to go pick up all that stuff at the grocery store today after the gym. So it took me a little bit longer on my normal routine. And I was doing that video this morning. Also, guys, today we do have a couple sponsored streams today. So if you're not an Elite Ninja, or if you're not on Tier 2 on Patreon, and you're not a Twitch Fire Nation Elite, make sure you sign up because we have Splatoon 2 that we're going to be playing user games starting at 5 o'clock my time, so 8 o'clock Eastern time tonight. And then we also have Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild right after that. So we have 6 hours of streaming. OJ stream for 2 hours. We're going to take a break, about an hour break. Then we're going to come back with Splatoon 2. So look out for that. If you want to play, make sure you member up. We're trying to hit our 139 goal. So if we can get that right now, that would be dope. And then also Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So we got a full day of streaming today. A lot of good streaming. A lot of good stuff. So look out for that tonight. All right. So I think that's it in terms of Ninja news. What's going down for today? My alert box, of course, is not working. Thank you, alert box, for not working. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything that you do. Yo, alert box, man. Like, what's the deal? Whenever I start up the stream, I've got to make sure the alert box is working properly because it never is. The first time it's working, but then it's not working. You know, so because somebody just subscribed right now, and I want to give them their proper shout outs to the Ninja Village. All right, so let's go ahead and let's do this here. Let me test something out. So test subscriber. All right, there we go. All right, so shout outs to Hector Noriega with the subscription. Thank you so much. Welcome to Elite Ninja Village. Appreciate the subscription, my boy. There we go, Hector. Fist bumps, my boy. What's good? All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into all right, so let you guys retweet this message that I'm about to put in the chat right now. Retweet that if you're on Twitter. Let people know that we're live. Shout outs. All right, so yeah, Blissfully Anakia, we were just talking about that. People didn't get notifications because I made too many notifications yesterday. There was too many notifications. There's a 24-hour period. I think once you go on your 4th video, no notification is sent out. So that's the reason why you didn't get a notification for this one. So time is resetting on it. So yeah, you'll get notifications probably starting tomorrow. All right, so let's go ahead and get into shout-outs. If you're here in the chat, make sure you say hi. I'll be more than happy to say hi back to you. I see my boy Aron's here. Legends Plays, what's good? Kieran Buckley, what's good? Ace Devious, what's up, man? How's it going? David Potts, what's good? Knack, what is up, man? What is good? Let's see here. Amiibo Fan, what is good? Aron, what's up, man? How's it going? I never get notifications. That's cool. If you're on Twitch, or sorry, not Twitch. If you're on Twitter, then you'll see when I go live too. So there's also that. Dior Wilson, what's good? Blanket, what's up, man? Hanley Van Winkle, what is good? Alonzo Vines, my boy Alonzo, what's good? Loki G, Roundup Penguin, what's up? Good to see you here. Busy Mike, what's up? Jumpmon says, hola, ¿cómo estás? Anthony Albert says, how's it going? It's going good. How's it going? Hector says, big fan of the Spawncast, brought me over. The Spawncast is trash. I don't know what podcast you're talking about, dude. Please unsubscribe. I'm joking. You'll see that we do things a little bit differently here. A little bit differently, but it's still a lot of fun. Shout outs, Hector. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that, my boy. Welcome. Thank you for coming over from the Spawncast. Roger Jimenez, what's good? Jarmo, what's up, my boy? Immortal Rooster, what's good? It's going good, man. I can't complain. I'm alive for right now. Wolfman, what's up? Let's see here. Serenity Lotus, let's see here. G Topher, what's up, man? Says it's OJ time. There we go, man. Damien, what's up, Damien? Shout outs, my boy. Sorry about that Elite Ninja pledge that I missed yesterday. I'm sorry about that, my boy. Shout outs. Hopefully you can play some Splatoon today. Hopefully you guys are ready for some Splatoon. You guys ready for Splatoon update 5.0? Let's go, man. Splatoon tonight. So, you guys member up. Stop making me shill and let's hit our damn goal. Let's see here. Psycho Pie, what's good? Lou Silver, what's up, man? How's it going, my boy? Lou Silver, man, I gotta speak with you, bruh. I gotta speak with you. Lou Silver, we gotta speak today, my man, about your comment on Twitter. We gotta speak today about your comment on Twitter, my boy. You know what's up. I'm glad you're a good sport about it, though. I'm glad you're a good sport about it. I'm glad that we can kind of go back and forth, that it's no problem. No, I get what you mean, homie. I get what you mean. Markel, what's good, Markel? Let's see here. VC, what's up, man? The Elite Ninja, when it comes to, that's YouTube Elite Ninja. Twitch is different. All I basically did was I switched it back over. It wasn't 300 on, it was at one point 300 on Twitch, but that didn't count all the people that were left YouTube to go over to Twitch. So once I went back to YouTube, obviously people left there to go back. And right now it's kind of like split in between. I have like 200 something on Twitch, 200 something subscribers on Twitch, and like 130 over here. So I still actually have over 300, but it's just split between the two. So whatever, either way, both of them get you the same benefits in terms of playing, being on the friends list, which is the cool thing about it. So yeah, let's see here. I don't know what you mean, bruh. I don't know what you mean. So let's go and let's get into what Lou Silver's talking about. Chupacabra, what's good, man? Let's get into what he's talking about. So EA, good old EA. Good old EA is back at it again with the garbage takes. EA, back at it again. Back at it again, EA, with the garbage takes. Back at it again with the lying. EA. EA, what's the scouters say? It's kind of bullshit! No, I'm joking. Hey, EA, what's the scouters say? It's kind of bullshit! breaks the scouter, dude. All right, so EA offers an explanation as to why they don't support What's up, guys? Shout out to everybody who came in. Yo, Kofi, what's up, my boy? They give an explanation why they don't support the Switch. Don't support the Switch. So let's go ahead and get into it here, guys. All right. So during a conference call for EA's first quarter earnings, EA CEO Andrew Wilson mentioned why the company has kind of like shied away from creating more titles for the Switch. Here's what they had to say. Quote, anytime we're evaluating platform conversations, we're really looking at a couple of things. One, does the game really fit the profile of the platform in terms of the control or the community ecosystem? Two, do you think the community playing on the platform would appreciate the game and go there? Or would they prefer to play it somewhere else? We have a lot of data that would suggest a great many Switch owners also own a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One or PC, and very often choose to play the games that we make on those platforms, even though they have a Switch and they enjoy a lot of great content on the Switch. So there's before we get into this next statement, there's multiple problems wrong with what he just said. He gets one thing right, and then there's multiple very deceptive talking about this, because here's what he's saying here. He's saying that we have data. We have a lot of data that suggests that a great many of Switch owners own a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One or PC. Okay, that's true. There are a lot of, and that's from the NPD. That's from, and he's talking about here in the US. He's talking about the West or the US. Okay, that's true. Cut it off. That's true. There are a lot of owners of Switch that have PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Now he says, and very often choose to play games that we make on those platforms. That is deceptive. That right there is deceptive, because very often choose to play games that we make on those platforms. You don't make games on Switch. You don't make anything on Switch. You've made one game, FIFA, with the help of Nintendo marketing it for you, lacking features. That is a very deceptive thing to tell. Where is the data where you've released games on all the platforms, Switch, PS4, Xbox One, PC, and all of the game at the same time, and all of a sudden everybody said, oh, well, we're just going to go play them on there and not play on Switch. Where is that data? Show me that data. You're lying. This is a flat out lie. There is no data about this. The only data that they can possibly have is FIFA. And the only reason why it'd be more on PS4 and Xbox One and PC is because, one, the install bases are a lot higher, but also, two, because the FIFA on the Switch is a crappy, dumbed down version. Not like, I mean, it plays okay. You know, it's like 60 frames per second and all that, but it is a lacking version of the game. So if that's all you're going off of, I find that to be ridiculous, because you're not going off of data from that indie game that you released, Faye or whatever the case is. Because if you were, obviously, I think more people bought that on Switch than they did on PS4 and Xbox One, or it was very even. So what data do you possibly have? Y'all got zero big games in your arsenal on the Nintendo Switch outside of FIFA. That's the only game. Where is a lot of data? You don't have a lot of data. You're a liar. I'm going to say this right now. Andrew Wilson, you are lying to your investors. Investors, if anybody invests in EA, this man is lying. If that's the case, show us the data, show us the games. You've got nothing. So Lou Silver, when you said to call them out on their BS, I'm going to call them out on their BS. I'm not begging for their games, because their games aren't very good. But to sit there and to lie or to be deceptive, sorry, I should say lying is a strong word. Very deceptive, because he could be using FIFA data. That's what he could be using. Well, FIFA, there's one game. That is not a ladder. Very often choose to play games that we make on those platforms. You haven't made anything on Switch for them to get enough data. Now, if Madden 2017, if Madden 2018, if Madden 20 or whatever, if all those came out, and if all the FIFAs came out and it was all feature parity and it was all in line, then I say, okay. And heck, he might be right about that. Even if they did do that, he might be right about that. But the problem is that that's not true. That's not the case. You don't have anything. You don't have a lot of data. You have one game, and that's FIFA. That'd be the only data that I would think that he would be able to even remotely have, would be FIFA. That's not a lot of data. One game is, no matter what way you slice it, that's not a lot of data. And I think that's what he's going off of. He's going off of FIFA. We have a lot of data. He looks at the sales of PS4 and Xbox One, then compares that to Switch and says, see, they're not playing it on Switch. But once again, FIFA is gimped on the Switch. So let's go and let's get into the next thing that he says. He says, even though they have a Switch and enjoy a lot of content, great content on this. So he's being very deceptive, borderline lying to his investors on that one. That is a very deceptive thing. And if I was an investor, I would press him more on that, because that is a lie. I would say, show me the data. What do you have? That's bullshit. Excuse my language. That's BS. That is complete BS, that what he said there. He is literally lying to his investors or being very, very deceptive, because I guarantee you that there is no PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Nintendo Switch data. Maybe there's PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Wii U data, or PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Wii data, or PS4, Xbox One, PS3, Xbox 360, GameCube, PS2, Xbox data. Oh, that's true. He's got all that, probably. Absolutely. Because that's back when EA actually put out more bigger games. There's data on that. But when it comes to the Switch, he's talking about Switch, not Nintendo consoles. If he just said Nintendo consoles, then I wouldn't have had a big of a gripe about this, because he can reach back in the well to the Wii and to the Wii U and to all that. Even though those games were gimped too, at least there was more, you know? So that's the biggest problem that I have here, that he's basically being very deceptive to his investors, which is silly. Now, here's another thing then. Now, another conversation came up when an analyst suggested that The Sims might be a franchise suited for the Switch. Wilson had a bit of this to say about it too. Quote, I wouldn't say that the Sims would never go to the Switch, but I think we're doing really, really well attracting Sims players to other platforms. We did a promotion in the last couple months and brought in 7 million new Sims players that we expect will engage in that community on a platform that is really tailored to the user-generated content, creativity, and customization. So that's what he had to say that. So once again, this is another silly statement on this one. This one, once again, it doesn't make any sense. He's saying that, oh, well, he did say, well, he's not going to say that it's not going to go there, but hey, he's trying to say the bright side is this. You know, so that one was a little bit more logical, but at the same time, I still find it very silly that you have a platform that has 37 million units in sales, and you still have this reluctance from this company trying to make money. Investors are pressing him on this because they see the Switch in the news. They see Switch, hottest toy trend of 2018, 2017, whatever the case is. You see all these sales. You see the NPD numbers. Switch is outselling PS4 and Xbox One in the NPD. Switch is outselling, PS4 in Japan. Worldwide, obviously Europe, that's where Switch sells less than PS4. That's why PS4 does better in terms of overall worldwide sales. But when it comes to NPD in Japan, or when it even comes to NPD here in the US, Switch has been doing the best so far. Investors are seeing this and saying, why aren't you making more money? So right now at this point, if I was an investor, I would really press them on that, because EA is honestly leaving millions of dollars off of the table. Now, once again, I'm not going to beg for anything that EA is doing. Because EA is a bum company. This is a bum company ran by a bum CEO. In my opinion, at least. If you're someone who you're making games and you see a platform like Madden, for example, so let's take Madden, okay? Madden is a game that really only here in the US that people play. Now, if you're not from the US, Madden is, American football. American football is the biggest sport in the United States. It's massive. Considering how unpopular American football is in the rest of the world, the money that American football makes is absolutely astronomical, considering that it's only popular here in the US. Now, people watch it in other parts of the world. I know that people watch, but I'm just saying its main base in terms of where they make all their money is right here in the US. It's massively popular, where most multi-billion-dollar companies or whatever, they're like worldwide, right? Like, they're always worldwide. They have fans way more, but it's just all here in the US. One of the biggest things about football here in America is that it's just a Sunday, you relax, and you're not always paying attention to the damn game. You're not looking at it. You don't have your eyes fudging glued on the game. A lot of times you're just listening. People used to listen to it on the radio, but a lot of times they just have the game on. You're cleaning the house. You're just doing, but you're not, it's too long. Football's like 3 hours long. You're not paying attention to every single play. You're just hearing the color commentary. So a lot of people play games, portable systems, do other things while they watch American football. So a game like Madden, you can sit there, be playing a Madden game or going through your season and be watching the game. You know what I'm saying? People do that. Heck, people did that with NBA. NBA is a little bit more eyes glued just because of the way that the game is played. Football is a little bit more lethargic. You have special teams. You have all sorts of other stuff, whereas basketball is just offense and defense. Football, there's a lot of other stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you're kicking field goals, you're kicking punts, kickoff return. You're doing all this other weird stuff in football, okay? So it's not a game that you need to have your eyes glued on 24/7, you know? So to sit here and try to tell people that it's not a good idea, you know, to have that, or even like tailgating, for example. One of the biggest things that here in America people do is go tailgate. They tailgate. They freaking have barbecues on Sundays outside. And you're trying to sit here and say that having Madden at tailgates and advertising with that you can sit there and play Madden anywhere that you want isn't a good idea. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. This is a bum CEO that is too stubborn, that the company themselves are too stubborn to just admit that they were wrong on the Switch. And that's really what it comes down to. This is an ego thing. This is my own opinion on this. This is not anything that I've said. This is an ego thing. They are too stubborn to admit that they made a mistake on evaluating the Switch beforehand. When it came to porting over the engine, when it came to getting development studios ready, when it came to it, they're too stubborn to admit it. And we're already going into next generation. They waited and waited and waited, and now they might be thinking it's too late for them, or they have to devote resources to PS5 and the next Xbox. But now this is the reason why they're making these weird excuses. People are saying, well, I can't think of any logical reason. The logical reason is that they're very prideful. EA, despite being who they are, they're very prideful and stubborn. Their CEOs make tens of millions of dollars or millions of dollars. They're very prideful, stubborn people. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have been around really rich people who have millions of dollars, but people who have millions of dollars, especially in corporate business, they never like to admit that they're wrong. Heck, there's people who don't even make millions of dollars that don't like to admit that they're wrong. Heck, I've said that myself. I don't like to admit that I'm wrong. So imagine being a corporate EA CEO who's in charge of billions of dollars and basically telling investors 2-3 years ago, Switch isn't a factor. Switch isn't a factor. We don't need to support Switch. And now that the Switch is doing well, oh snap, what are we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? We could have been making money. We gotta make excuses because that's where these are coming from. And that's the reason why EA isn't supporting the Switch, in my opinion. That's the reason why. They're too boastful, they're too prideful, and the corporate executives don't want to admit that they made a mistake. They might shift their tune, maybe in the next couple of years or something like that. They might shift over. I'm not really sure, but that's the reason why. That's the only reason why I can think of at this point. Because they don't want to admit that they're wrong. They don't want to admit that they messed up on this one, okay? Because, and look, look at EA. Look at what they say. And this is not just me pulling it out of nowhere. Look at EA's attitude. Look at EA's attitude. When they open their mouths, look at what they say. Does anybody at EA seem like the humble type? Does Andrew Wilson or anybody that talks at EA seem like a humble type or like anything like that? They don't ever talk to their consumers. When does EA actually ever talk to you as the consumer? Never. Do they do any type of direct presentations like other companies do? No. Do they do anything? EA is one of those companies. They are so arrogant. And so arrogant in FIFA because of what they've made with FIFA and their exclusives, their exclusive licenses. They're so arrogant they feel that they don't need to. They'll hire Greg Miller to go talk to you guys or some garbage like that. Not that he's garbage, but I'm just saying, like, they'll hire, Mr. Caffeine or something like that to go talk to you as consumers. They don't come across as genuine at all. I'm not saying that all corporate companies are genuine. I'm not saying that, but they don't even come across as genuine. Look at Ubisoft. Heck, you can bash Ubisoft all you want to, but at least E. Guimon or whatever his name is, at least he comes off as somewhat thoughtful. At least he comes out and talks to you normally. But when you hear EA talk and you hear Ubisoft, like the Yves Guillemot guy, or even anybody else at Ubisoft, the people who made Mario plus Rabbids or whatever the case, don't they sound a little bit better and they come off a little bit more considerate, just a little bit more than EA? EA comes off as such an arrogant, brash company. It's disgusting, and that's why. And their games are nowhere near as good as their salaries and as their attitudes would dictate, you know what I'm saying? Or like, would type of represent. You would think that somebody making $20 million a year, a CEO, they would make the best games in the world. They don't, though. So, I mean, that's my issue with EA. But anyway, I think my rant is done. All right, so let's go in and get into you guys' thoughts. I've been talking I think I've ranted for about 30 minutes on that. It's been 40 minutes already. Damn, time flies. All right, so let me get you guys' thoughts on this. I'm going to start with Markel up here. He says, that's an opinion. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. When we talk about what I said about EA, OJ, EA rants. Thanks, Ace Devious. Like I said before, even Microsoft is supporting Switch more than EA. I mean, that's one thing, but it's not even about Microsoft supporting them more. It's just about them being just, like, very, like, cocky for what? Your games are nowhere near as good. And like I said, I'm not begging for their games. I'm talking about like this BS that you're saying. If you don't want to support them, then don't support them. But don't sit here and make garbage excuses. Just say, hey, we messed up. We didn't think the Switch was going to do as well as it did. I mean, obviously they're not going to say this, but just say, hey, look, we didn't think the Switch was going to do as well as it did coming off of the Wii U. We didn't plan for the Switch to do this well. And we kind of think that maybe our players are on this. I'm not really sure. Just admit it. And move on. Like, what are you out here saying? Talk about one game really fits the profile of the platform. Why would Madden not fit the profile of a platform that you can take anywhere that you want? Give me one reason why Madden wouldn't fit the profile of being able to tailgate and have that there with you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just absolutely ridiculous. I think it's because the Wii U kind of like Call of Duty and Activision, but that's not the case though. He said based off what he said to his investors, he said Switch. He's talking about PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. He didn't mention the Wii U. Yeah, that might be the case, but I don't think it's generally just because of the Wii U. I think it's because they honestly felt they didn't want to take the chance on the Switch or whatever the case is. They felt that it wasn't going to do anything, maybe because of some of the stuff that happened on Wii U. But once again, even the games on the Wii U were gimped ports. Even the Wii U games were gimped ports. Madden was a gimp port. FIFA was horrible on the Wii U. And also Mass Effect 3 was a gimped port too. It had less content, all that, and it was more expensive, $60. So all of them had their issues too. But I mean, I think more so than anything, it's not necessarily the Wii U. I think it's because of the bad business deal between Nintendo. Even if you want to go a little bit further back, the bad business deal between Nintendo and EA when it comes to EA wanting to run Nintendo's eShop, basically make it into Origin, and Nintendo said no. Let's see here. I Saw Vasquez donated $2 through Super Chat. It says, I have a random question. Can you answer, please? You should have put your question in that Super Chat. So tag me again. I'll answer your random question. Guys, you can ask me random questions. If you do a donation, put your random question in there and I'll answer it. So so yeah, donations, you can do random questions. But usually I like to stay on topic so we can get through everything in 2 hours. Let me see here. But yeah, tag me, Saab, and I'll answer your random question. Yo, what's up, El Javelina? When was the last truly good EA game? The last truly good EA game? I don't know, man. I'll be honest. Maybe like Need for Speed. The one that was on the Wii U, PS3, and 360. I mean, I'm not really sure. Maybe what was it? Most Wanted, or I forgot what it was called. But yeah, that Need for Speed game on the Wii U was pretty good. CD Projekt Red is probably the only Western developer to have any human decency towards the consumer. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that completely. Dankmeme says, give me my shout out. What's up, Dankmeme? EA just don't want Switch money. It shouldn't be the other way around. EA shady practices makes me hate every EA game. Yeah, that's true. Shady practices. Places. It has to do with a lot with their damn loot boxes. I think they've been bumping heads with Nintendo on how they monetize players for a long time. I mean, I think there's other games on Switch from third-party developers that have loot boxes, though. Like Crash Team Racing is getting it's getting microtransactions, not necessarily loot boxes. What's up, Team Alkaline? How's it going, my man? Markel says at least Bandai Namco admitted they should have supported the Switch better back in 2017, and now they're starting to get games from them. That's true. You're right. They did say that. Let's see. Let me answer Saab Vasquez's question. He says, sorry, bro. I tried pre-ordering Switch Lite on Amazon, but it was trying to charge me full amount. Am I doing something wrong? I heard it won't charge until it ships using a debit card. No, Amazon actually changed the way that they do it now. Now they actually charge you like right away, from what I understand, or at least they hold the funds, and then once it ships, then they actually take the money out. I think that's what I heard. So yeah. All right. So let me see. Any other question or any other thoughts on EA? Dragon Age Origins. Yeah, Dragon Age Origins, or even like Dragon Age Inquisition. Those games were, I mean, Dragon Age Inquisition won Game of the Year for a lot of people. I don't know how it did, but Dragon Age Inquisition did win Game of the Year. In terms of games that I truly enjoyed from EA, the last game that I truly enjoyed from EA was Mass Effect 3. That was the last game that I truly enjoyed, like that I really enjoyed from them and thought was a great game was Mass Effect 3. And that was back in what was Mass Effect 3? 2012? I think that was 2012. So that was the last time that I played an EA game and I was blown away by an EA game. The last time that I was like truly like, oh my gosh, this is like an all-time great was Mass Effect 2. So 2010. That was the last time that I played any EA game that I felt that was like, oh my gosh, this is so great. Like this is a super high quality game. Like maybe even as good as like a Nintendo quality game. Like that was the last time. I hold Mass Effect 2 in very high regard. Mass Effect 3 is good, but I don't put it up in that echelon. But Mass Effect 2 to me was just freaking phenomenal. Fantastic game. Yeah, I mean Titanfall 2 was good. Titanfall 2 is good as well. I think that's a good game, but I just don't like it as much. I just didn't feel as I was like it's good. It's really good, but not as good as like Mass Effect to me. What Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 did. But I'm more of a single player RPG guy though, so there you go. All I can say is EA is the worst AAA publisher. That they don't deserve the title AAA, but okay. Sorry. What do you disagree with my thoughts on CD Projekt Red having the more human decency? Curious, not upset. I don't disagree with you. I don't necessarily disagree with you. Baron should be an investor, bruh. Baron would get kicked off. The EA would be like, all right, they wouldn't let him speak. They wouldn't let him speak, man. They wouldn't let him speak at all. Burnout Paradise. That was I think 2000. That was a remaster. You talk about Burnout Paradise on the PS4 and Xbox One. That was a remaster of the PS3 and 360 game. So, I mean, I played that back in college. I platinumed it back when I was in college. Pretty good game. Although a lot more fun if you have friends right there. The game was really fun because me and my friends, me and my roommates, we all played it together. Like, we were all, like, racing around in the same area and, like, doing missions and stuff like that. And it was great because we were local, so we could just yell at each other instead of having to, like, online. We would just yell at each other about stuff. EA is now gone more downhill. They're already really downhill. What is EA? I don't really see the need for anything. I don't buy anything EA. Like I said, I'm not begging for any of their games or anything like that. Or I don't. It's not like I'm saying you guys need to go out there and tell EA that we need their games. Hell no, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that their justification, like them trying to lie and trying to make excuses, is stupid. Just tell the truth. Just say what you want to say. You know what I'm saying? Just say what you want to say, man. Yo, Damien. With the 100 DK dollars, 100 DK dollars through Super Chat. Why did you use Super Chat with those DK dollars? No, thank you. I appreciate that, Damon. Damien R says, thank you for having an amazing community here, OJ. Going through dark times in with my boss, who's a pain in the ass, manipulative. Please, all of you, send your energy for this spirit bomb, bro. Damien, my man, let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something, dude. Let me tell you something, bro. Thank you for the 100 DK dollars, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Here's the thing about this. Dealing with the boss. Let me let you in on something, bro. The last two bosses that I had at major jobs that I was at, they were both a pain in the butt too. Not all. I'm not even gonna say that, but look, they were just two female bosses that I had. One of them absolutely hated me. She wasn't my boss before. When I got there, we were both just like sales associates, but then she ended up becoming my boss, or ended up becoming not even my boss. She ended up becoming a manager in the other branch that we were associated with, and she decided that she's gonna start micromanaging me. My actual boss never micromanaged me at all, but she's decided she's gonna start micromanaging me, calling me during the day, asking me where I'm at in like sales goals and all this stuff. And I'm like, all you doing is adding more pressure to me. Like, what are you doing? you know, she'd start calling me and tell me to start writing down things like, hey, like, have you written down like your agenda for the day? I'm like, yeah, I have. She's like, write it down again. And I'm like, why are you going to sit here and call me at 2 o'clock when I need to make my numbers and you're telling me to to write something over again? What's wrong with you? That's what I felt like saying. What's wrong with you? You know, like she was just very pushy, micromanaging. I couldn't stand her. But yeah, man, like I'm sending you my energy, my man. You can get through it. Basically, the best thing to do in those situations with her, man, is just say, all right, you know, just say, all right, treat it like a relationship with with the woman, you know. If she's complaining about something or if she's saying something or do something, just be like, all right, just get it done and be like, let me go on to the next thing. You can't let it constantly nag on you because that's what's going to get you to, this is what's going to happen. You're going to get fired or you're going to end up quitting. You're going to end up quitting prematurely before you found another job, or you're going to end up getting fired. See, me, it was always me. It would just get me fired, you know, because I'm too innovative with my brain when it comes to like ideas and when it comes to sales goals or when it comes to, my brain works too quick. I'm not trying to be held back by somebody sitting there acting me to be like a damn robot. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always got fired from a lot of my sales jobs, because I was too quick. I'm too innovative to think about things. And like, I don't want to, and like I said, I talk too much. You know, which, like I said, it's not like I'm saying that I didn't deserve it in some points, because there's times I talk back too much or whatever. If your boss is your boss, you know, you got to listen to what they have to say. It's not like I talk back or anything like that. It's just I just be like, man, like this is basically like this is whack, or I wouldn't, you know. I think what happened. I think there was one time I said, what did I do? She told me to call somebody. Like I already gotten written up for one thing, and it was like my second write up, so one more write up and I'm done. And like they were looking for any little mistake, man. Any little mistake they were looking for, dude. I think they gave me like confusing controls. One of my managers told me to do this, confusing stuff. One of my other managers told me to do that, and I did. I was like, okay. And I called and I said, okay, do you want me to do this? They said yes, but then the other one told me to do something different, you know. And they're like, oh, well, you didn't do what she said. We're gonna fire you. It's just like, bro, y'all giving me the same damn things to do. Like they were so just. Be careful. Don't get into that type of situation where they're actively looking to get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? So just do that. But anyway, thank you for the 100 DK dollars. I think that's about $10 here in the US. I think. I appreciate that. So let me go ahead and get your name up here on the. I don't know exactly what it is though. I don't know what the conversion exactly is. But either way, thank you. I appreciate it. I think it's about $10. I think it's about $10. All right. So we sending you my energy, my boy. Let's see here. I just keep reminding myself that I'm not the issue. It's that can destroy you if you're fragile. Exactly, man. Exactly. You've got it. Don't be weak-minded like me. Like me, I was too weak-minded when it comes to my jobs. Don't be weak-minded like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just keep your eye on the prize, keep it going, you know, and if anything, look for another job first before you get fired or before you quit, you know? Like, that's what I would say. Nah, I'm stubborn to get fired. You're too stubborn? Stop stubborn to get fired? So I quit and leave. Okay. I'm honestly not surprised by EA. Let's get back to EA, guys. J2 Blue says, I'm honestly not surprised by EA. If they really think Switch owners won't support their games, that's their loss. Exactly. David Double D's like, just got here, bruh. Y'all 30% boys acting unusual. Shout out Double D. Five Nights at Freddy's says, what's up, my dude? What's up, man? How's it going? Ready for Splatoon? No, we still have a couple more hours. We still have another hour or so till Splatoon, so we're not ready yet. I thought the homie dropped the 100. No, he didn't drop 100. He dropped, I think it's about 10. It's DK dollars. Oh, definitely trust me. They're definitely looking for reasons. They start meeting with, if you don't like it here, you can leave. Oh my God, bro, that's the worst. If they're starting meetings like that, if they're starting meetings like that with you, oh man, bro, I mean. At that point, that's when you just say like, hey, look, you know, if that's not the case, I just want to do the best that I can. You start reasoning with them. You start going into the reasoning aspect if they start off like that. Said, yikes, work on Kettering Health Hospital, a faith-based institute. my both bosses are females. They are nice to me. That's good. I'm glad that people are. I'm not saying female bosses are meaner than male bosses. I'm not saying that. I've had male bosses that were like very you know what I'm saying. But I mean, for me personally, like some of the biggest pains in my butt were these a couple of female bosses that I had. But like I said, it could be male bosses too. Like it just depends. Everybody's different, I've heard horror stories with a lot of male bosses, like a lot of male bosses horror stories in terms of how they treated their employees and stuff like that. So yeah. All right. So, do you guys have anything else to say on EA? I'll be more than happy to answer you guys' questions or anything like that. We've spent almost an hour on EA, but I didn't get all of you guys' thoughts. I ranted for about a good 35 minutes or so. So yeah. Solomon Solo with the shimmy, and he says, "Hey, what's up, OJ? Don't make a lot of money. I want to support the channel any way I can, so I hope to come. Hope you can come back to Twitch. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna come back to Twitch." But if you, I think you have like an Elite Ninja status over on Twitch, so that's fine. And you don't have to, dude, listen, man, I appreciate you just watching is awesome, seriously. But thank you for the dollar donation, man. You don't have to give me anything, and yet you still chose to. So thank you so much. I appreciate the dollar donation, my boy. You don't ever have to apologize for anything like that. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate you guys just even watching too. So thank you. Let's see here. I tell my bosses off before I quit. Right. I don't know if is that a good idea. You're not gonna get a good recommendation for your next job, right? You're not gonna get a good recommendation for the next job, bruh. Art Electronic needs to make an appearance. He might, dude. He might make an appearance. I might just do it. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe he'll make an appearance this weekend. Let's see here. What were we talking about? Aren't you streaming on Twitch right now? You know what? You're right. I am streaming on Twitch right now, Hayden. You're right. Well, you reminded me that we are actually on Twitch right now. You reminded me about that. Thank you. All right, guys. Let's go move on to the next topic here. We got the debut sales for Fire Emblem. 3 houses on the Nintendo Switch, and I can definitely see a little bit of Switch Lite waiting a little bit with the sales here because a lot of gamers are holding back for that Switch Lite in Japan. Switch sales in Japan weren't horrible, but they didn't get the boost that I thought they would get, and I think it's basically because of the Switch Lite is coming out in Japan for cheaper and portable, like truly portable, like super portable. So I think a lot of Switch owners or future Switch owners or potential Switch owners in Japan are waiting for the Switch Lite, and they're also waiting for that and also picking up Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem still did really good. It did 143,130 units, and that's not including digital. Obviously, Fire Emblem is the #1 game in Japan digitally as well. It sold really well digitally, from what I understand, across the world, but #1 in Japan. But I still thought it might be a little bit higher, but I'm kind of thinking, okay, yeah, I see what's going on here. We have the digital sales, obviously the voucher program, also the digital sales just in general, but then we also have people that are waiting for the Nintendo Switch Lite as well in order to pick up the Switch. So I do think that once the Switch Lite comes out, you're going to see a big boon of all the sales across the board with Fire Emblem, also with Switch sales. But yeah, they're definitely waiting. A lot of them are waiting for that Switch Lite too, as well. In terms of the top 10, pretty much all of the games, the same usual suspects for the top 10 in games. Fire Emblem was #1, of course, but then the Sooty Spirits Nintendo Switch. I had no idea what this game was, and then I looked up. It's some type of like shark fishing game or something like that. I don't know what the hell it is. Either way, it sold almost 50,000 units, not including digital. So that's something. Super Mario Maker 2. Another 37,000 units. That's nearing towards 500,000. So almost 500,000 in Japan by itself. Pretty good. Room Factory 4 special. Pretty good. 37,000 units for that game. That is a port of a 3DS title. So if you sell 37,000 units, that's not bad. You have the Pro Baseball game on the PS4. That's the only PS4 title in the top 10. So yeah, whatever. Good stuff. 200,000 units. That's not bad. Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, the official video game from Sega. It sold nothing. Super Smash Brothers, another 8,000. That game is over 3.1 million. Pretty good. Another Pro Yaku Spirits game, and then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. The game never goes out of the time. How is 8,000 people almost buy Mario Kart? That's crazy. Powerful Pro Baseball. Once again, in terms of Switch sales, Switch is dominating. Not really any other system that's close. Next closest system is PS4. with about 11,000 units. So 4 times the amount on the Switch, about 4 times, a little bit under 4 times. And the Xbox One S is doing absolutely fantastic in Japan as well. All right, so that basically wraps it up for Switch sales. Let's go ahead and let's move on to Q&A. Big Q&A, guys. So if you have any questions, thoughts, topics that you want to discuss, please feel free to do so. Yesterday we had to cut it off a little bit short, so today I want to make sure that I get that in. So if you have your questions, comments, feel free to do that. Let's see. That's a PS Vita title in the top 10. It is a PS Vita title in the top 10. But the Pro Yaku Baseball Spirits, it's a popular franchise in Japan. It's always been a popular one on the Vita. So, of course, yeah. And the Vita sales aren't super high. I mean, all you need to do is, or sorry, the software sales in Japan aren't super high right now. I mean, all you need to do is sell about 8,000 units and you're in the top 10. So it's not too bad of a deal, and it's during a slow period. So makes sense. All right, let's see here. So far, Three Houses is my favorite game of the year. Might change when Astral Chain and Luigi's Mansion 3 are released. Yeah, so far, Fire Emblem Three Houses is my favorite game of the year. I have a video gushing about the game tomorrow morning, so make sure you guys check out that video. Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played a lot more last night. I did another mission. I'm getting further into the game. It is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. And I haven't even beat it yet. I haven't even experienced all the game that has to offer. It is freaking amazing. I love that game. It's so good. I'm getting back, guys, to actually, I'm gonna start getting back to making some time. One of the big things I didn't tell you guys, but one of the big things that I want to do is actually get back to playing games like on my own time, you know. So that's the reason why I'm setting hard limits in terms of when I stop streaming, like not streaming late, because I want to be able to, you know, have something to eat, whatever, and then be able to play games for like an hour or two and actually beat games. I want to get back to that. So that's what I'm going to start doing from now on. I'm actually going to start setting aside about an hour and a half to 2 hours after I'm done working on some days, not every single day, but on some days to actually play through some games, you know, and so I can record my impressions and kind of record my thoughts more instead of just worrying about it all being on stream. So that's what I've been doing with Fire Emblem, and it is fun. I played last night in the living room. It was great. Fire Emblem Three Houses, does your house you choose affect difficulty? No, not really. Let's see here. Fire Emblem Three Houses is the best game since Breath of the Wild, in my opinion. I mean, that's definitely that's not something that I disagree with too much. I do think that like there's been a lot of good games in between that. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate to me is just as good as Breath of the Wild, in my opinion. I think Smash Ultimate is, you know, in some respects it might be better. But at the same time, I do think that we've had some pretty damn good games on the Switch, you know. Nice. Glad you in Chapter 7, 30 hours in and loving the game. It's really good. Nax says, I'll check out Fire Emblem 3 Houses stream. I don't have the game yet, but I would want to learn some things about it before I can get into it. Knack, I don't know why you're saying that you'll just check it out now. I've literally made 500 videos on Fire Emblem. Where were you on my channel when I was making all these videos talk about what Fire Emblem is, how the game works, the mechanics of the game, why you should play the game, how they get, like, where I literally have a whole tab dedicated to Fire Emblem. Like, why are you saying no, well, maybe I'll check it? Like, where were you before? Why are you not watching all the videos that I've been making? There's videos with 20, 30,000 views, 40,000 views that are on Fire Emblem. Why not watch those? What are you waiting for streams and stuff for? All the content's right there. What are you talking about? So let's see here. Do you think Super Mario Maker 2 will win Game of the Year? Game of the Year for where? What do you mean by that? Does Call of Duty sell well in Japan? It does, kind of. Yeah, it does. Baron, yo, what's up, Baron? And he says, so Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 was the #1 seller on the eShop until Fire Emblem, and now it stayed strong at #2. So you still think my July NPD will be correct? Well, eShop sales aren't part of the NPD. But what was your NPD sales thing again? I said Fire Emblem's gonna beat it out. Didn't I? I think you were saying that Marvel's gonna beat it out. What was your thought process again on that? What do you think will be the next big game from Bethesda for the Switch? I don't know. Let's see. I have no idea, to be honest. Paid Enthusiast says, what do you... Oh, I already read that. Let's see here. Jay Davies says, which chapter are you on? I think I'm on chapter 4 or 5. Let's see here. I'm Fake says, what do you think the PS5 is going to be priced? Well, if those tariffs go through, I think it's definitely going to be $500 or more, maybe $550. If those tariffs are going down, like Sony's been warning us about. Let's see here. Damien says, I hate myself for wasting my first hours to progress my relationship with Manuela and Fire Emblem to figure out that it's in the end that I can progress even further. Okay. Let's see here. Party Man says, nice to see you are working to beat your games down. You have been quite busy, so it's understandable. I mean, I'm doing my best, and I can't sit there and say that I'll stick to that. But, you know, we'll have to wait and see. Fire Emblem is one of those games that I have to make the exception for. I mean, and even last year with like, I kind of was on that too. Like I'd be working so much that I wouldn't, you know, that I wouldn't beat the games. But when Torna came out, I made time to beat Torna very quickly. I beat Torna in about, well, very quickly in my standards. I beat Torna, I think in about 2 weeks, about a week and a half to 2 weeks, playing about maybe 2-3 hours, about 3 hours a night maybe. Or 2 hour, or maybe I play like an hour in the morning, then play like a couple hours at night. So I mean, and then weekends I might play like 3 or 4 hours. So I beat that in a respectable amount of time. But whenever there's a really good game that I'm super interested in, I'll make time. So I can't say that I'll do that with everything though. What was your prediction, Baron? Let's see here. Playing any games today? Yeah, Dankmean. We're playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and we're playing Splatoon 2. Sponsored stream. Let's see here. My prediction for July NPD top sellers is Mario Maker 2, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, then Fire Emblem for July. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I think I'd swap those two. I'd swap Mario Maker and Fire Emblem. I just swapped them. Let's see here. Let's see. Try to make sure you have time to play and finish Astral Chain. Don't worry, I will. Don't worry about it. I beat all Platinum Games titles. Where is Bayonetta 3? Bayonetta 3 is being worked on. It's at Platinum Games in Japan. They're working on it. Did I miss the EA bashing? Of course you did, dude. It's been an hour. It's been more than an hour. Of course you did. You can rewind this stream though if you want to hear it. Vision. Let's see here. Keep the questions coming though. If you guys have questions, I definitely have answers for you guys. I kind of shot through all those pretty quick. You guys got more. You guys are loving my EA stuff. Let's see here. You haven't beat. I know you haven't beaten Fire Emblem Three Houses as of now, but which is better, JRPG experience, Fire Emblem Three Houses or Xenoblade Chronicles 2? A better JRPG experience? That's tough to say, man, because they're both different types of games. I would say that Xenoblade definitely has more content. Xenoblade is the more, like, if you're looking for a game that's going to last longer, Xenoblade 2 has that content. If you're looking for a game that maybe is a bit more, the combat is maybe a bit more polished, I would probably say Fire Emblem. A little bit more refined and polished would be Fire Emblem. So yeah. But it's tough to say which one's a better JRPG experience. That's really hard. They're different types of games. Fire Emblem's more polished, but Xenoblade 2 has way more content. Let's see here. With The Witcher 3 and Outer Worlds coming to Switch, EA has little to no excuse. It's not even about having an excuse. It's about them being stubborn. You know, being very stubborn. There's not like, oh, well, these games came over, so now all of a sudden these games can come over. We're talking about stuff like The Sims, dude. We're talking about stuff that's like on mobile phones and all that. So it's not even about power or anything like that. They're saying no to even stuff that could come over, you know? So it has nothing to do with Outer Worlds or with any other game or like, oh, well, the reason why we can't run it because of power. They didn't even say that. They didn't even say that themselves. They didn't say, oh, well, we can't put... He didn't say, oh, well, it's not on PS4 and Xbox One because of the power situation. He didn't even say that. So it has nothing to do with that. I don't like when people bring that up. I mean, it's not that I don't like, but I think that's silly when people say, oh, well, look, this game came over, so there's no excuse. That means they would have had to wait to see that The Witcher's coming over in order to make a decision about coming over. It's like, oh, well, The Witcher's on there. Oh, let's now make a game on there. Like, that's dumb. I think that's silly because the Switch has been the same system from the very beginning. The Witcher could run on the Switch back in 2017. It can run on the Switch in 2018. It can run on the Switch now. So by sitting there and saying that, oh, well, we wait for a game that's a bigger graphics game. Oh, now they can run. Now you have to make a game on it. Or now there's no excuse. No, there was no excuse back in 2017. They're just being stubborn. There's no excuse at any point. We don't have to wait for a game to come out that has good graphics for there to say there's an excuse. Oh, now that there's no excuse. There was no excuse 2-3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? They're being stubborn. They're being brash. They're being arrogant. This is what EA is. They're a very arrogant, boastful company that doesn't want to admit they were wrong on the Switch. So they're pulling all sorts of excuses out of nowhere because they're too stubborn. They're too stubborn and headstrong to admit that they were wrong to their investors. It's plain and simple. They don't want to do it. They're too stubborn. They're too stubborn and they're too arrogant and cocky. That's the only reason what I can think. And like I said before, guys, listen, I've met people who make no money at all, that are broke as hell and are arrogant and are stubborn and won't do things that benefit them. Has anybody here met somebody? Heck, I've done it myself. I can be arrogant and stubborn at times too, and I might not do something that would benefit me greatly, but I might not do it because I said something in the past that might go against that. And that's me on a very small, obviously way smaller level. These people are making multi-millions of dollars. You don't think that them saying all that stuff back in 2017 and them writing off the system to investors, you don't think they're not thinking about that in the back of their head? Some people are really that stubborn and will make decisions based on that. Yes, even at multi-million-dollar companies, they will make decisions like that. If you don't think that's the case, then you haven't been around millionaires. You know, I haven't been around millionaires a lot myself, but there has been situations where I've been around people that make a lot of money and they make very arrogant, brash, and silly decisions because they want to enforce their "we were right." No, we're going to tell you why we're right. No, we're going to tell you why we've been right. And that's really what it comes down to with all these CEOs and all this stuff like that. They want to enforce that they've been right the whole time. That's really what it comes down to. It's not about power. It's not about this. It's not about any of that crap. That's really what it comes down to. That's the only reason. Nothing else. In my opinion, that's the only real reason why. Look out for Tokyo Game Show, which starts in September, Jetty. Let's see here. How good do you like The Witcher 3? How good do you think The Witcher 3 report will be? I'm personally excited. It'll be as good as it can be on the Switch because CD Projekt Red wouldn't let something bad come out on the platform. Excuse me. Let's see here. Let's see. Anthony Albert says, my company just closed down due to the bosses being like that. Yeah, think about it. Let's look at another company, guys. Let's look at Blockbuster. Blockbuster had some of the most headstrong, arrogant head asses running the company that absolutely refused to adapt to modern trends. That refused. I had friends that worked at Blockbuster, and the things that they would tell me business decisions wise that Blockbuster would make that literally led them to their doom because they didn't want investors to think that they made a wrong decision. Did you know that Blockbuster could have bought Netflix? Did you know that Blockbuster could have had Netflix for a super cheap price back in the day and Netflix would have continued to flourish? And you look at Netflix and what it is now. Did you know that Blockbuster could have had Netflix? But they were too headstrong and too stupid and too stuck in their ways to buy Netflix back then in the day because they were so set on brick and mortar stores. And they literally ran their own company. These CEOs ran their own company into the ground. So before anybody thinks that EA isn't dumb enough to run themselves into the ground when it comes to certain decisions, look, you can just look at Blockbuster. Obviously, EA and Blockbuster, EA's making way more money, but it's not out of the realm of possibility that corporate CEOs will run themselves into the ground because they don't want to be wrong. Blockbuster ran themselves into the ground because they didn't want to be wrong about their policies, about what they did. And then they changed way too late into the game. It was already over at that point. So damn, I didn't know that. Yeah, they could have had Blockbuster could have bought Netflix. Let's see here. Do you think Nintendo is satisfied with Fire Emblem Three Houses sales in Japan? I don't know if they are or if they aren't because we don't have the digital sales numbers. Now, I think that if the digital sales numbers are really good, so like, let's say Fire Emblem sold like 200,000 units, with it, I think that Nintendo would be happy with that. So, if we have the digital sales numbers, I think they're happy with it because I'm guessing that Fire Emblem sold around maybe 30 to 40,000 digitally. So that would put it right around 200,000 units. For the debut. So I think Nintendo's okay with that for the first 3 days. I think they're okay with that because it's only 3 days worth of sales data. Malik says, hey man, what did I miss? You missed the whole show. Rewind. Almost the whole show. We're in Q&A. I don't know why you're shocked that GTA isn't on Switch yet. That game is like 100 gigabytes. Let's see here. Bro Darkness says, damn, I did not know. Okay, I already read that. Let's see here. Didn't the director of Monster Hunter World say they could put Switch on because it's underpowered? No, not really. No, he didn't say that. Monster Hunter World runs on MT Framework. MT Framework runs on Switch. Let's see here. What does that have to do with what we're talking about? All right, so let's see here. Tag me at PlayerEssence. Just put PlayerEssence or at PlayerEssence. Stop being lazy and tag me if you guys want me to read off your comments. What do you think about Oninaki? I haven't played it yet. I'll play it soon. PlayerEssence, can you do a Naruto run for me? Can you donate $10 and I'll do one through Streamlabs. Don't ask me to dance for you, my man, and not just ask that as a question. You do it. You film yourself doing a Naruto run. What the hell? You're not an elite. Become an elite ninja, then donate, then I'll do something that stupid. I'm not your damn puppet. What the hell, man? I'm not here to just make you to tell me to dance and I just dance for you. What the hell? What kind of degrading shit is that, dude? No offense, Sushi Slicer. Let's see here. Rilo says, what do you think of Hero? I've been labbing and playing him all day. I found if you don't use his RNG mechanics, all his fundamentals are pretty good. They're okay. He's not safe on shield on some of the stuff, but they're okay. Yo, what's up, Anthony Red? How's it going? Keep the questions coming though, guys. How do you feel? Let's see here. How do you feel with many people trying to ban Hero just because of the hocus pocus RNG factor? Many people doesn't mean that's a very vocal small minority of people, and it's not going to happen. So they might as well. I don't know. Not say anything. It's not going to happen. So then if you ban his RNG, then you also have to ban other people's RNG. You have to ban Game & Watch because he has RNG on 9s. You have to ban Peach because she gets bombs and she gets Mr. Saturns and she gets bombs, or she gets Stitch faces, you know, and then you have to ban her too for RNG. So just because you don't like his RNG more than other people's RNG doesn't mean one person's RNG gets banned. That means you have to ban Peach. You have to ban anybody with RNG. Then anybody that has any type of RNG that can do crazy damage or that can do stuff, you have to ban all of them if you ban heroes. So that's the problem with that. You have to ban Game & Watch, and you also have to ban Peach. You have to ban those two as well. I cannot wait for Shin Megami Tensei 5 news. Will you be posting videos on Shin Megami Tensei 5 soon? I'll post videos when there's actually any information, but if there's no information on Shin Megami Tensei 5, I can't post anything. Let's see here. Is the hero's moveset OP? No, not really. Marlo says, I think he's fine. His MP limit balances him. His MP limit and the fact that you can't move while you're picking the fact that it's random in terms of what comes up, the fact that you can't move while you're picking something, and the fact that he has an MP limit that can neuter his damn recovery, those are all factors why he's balanced, and more balanced in my opinion. Jay Davies says, I think Switch Lite plus games on sale for Black Friday is going to do crazy. Of course, Black Friday is always great. Holiday season is always good for Nintendo. Let's see here. I'm guessing the Switch will sell close to 60 million come next fiscal year. What's your guess? I already watched my video this morning. I already talked about it this morning, paid enthusiast. Let's see. Christian Kidani says Goku fans want Hero banned from competitive. Goku fans want Hero banned from competitive. Not real. Goku fans? What? Let's see. Can I beat Xenoblade in 100 hours? 100%? No. That's impossible. To 100% Xenoblade in 100 hours, you're just getting started at 100 hours. Oh my gosh. Just getting started. Make sure you guys tag me if you want to ask me a question. Some of you guys aren't tagging me. Let's see here. Realist says, you think Final Fantasy VII Remake could hit the Switch in 2021? No, it might not even hit the PS4 in 2021. Let's see here. The Baron says, hot prediction, July month sales for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 will be 1.8 million and Fire Emblem will be 1.5 million. Fire Emblem might be a little bit lower than that, but we'll have to wait and see. I think both of those might be a little bit lower, but we'll have to wait and see. Thank you, Anthony, but I appreciate that. If you're not even for speedrunners, dude, I don't think you can't, with all the content they've added in, you mean 100% everything that they've added in so far, all of the free DLC, free updates, free missions, everything, there's no way that you can 100% Xenoblade and even for a speedrunner. 100%, that means you have to get all the rare blades. Dude, the rare blades are RNG. Like, there's gonna be no way that the game itself has like freaking 20 hours of or 8 hours of cutscenes or whatever by itself. So that's 8 hours spent right there. That means you've got 92 hours to do everything else, to get all those rare blades, to farm all those core crystals, to go through level up to that. Oh man, you're in trouble. I don't know if that, I don't think that's possible. All the DLC that's been, no way. All the side quests for that stupid polar bear and that girl, like or her affinity blade quest. There's no way. There's no way. That means you have to get all the different. No, there's just no way, man. It took me for me to almost 100% Torn of the Golden Country. This isn't even real 100%. This is everything that I can do on the first playthrough. It took me 55 hours for Torn of the Golden Country. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is like 10 times the size of Torn of the Golden Country. It literally is like 10 times the size of Torn of the Golden Country in terms of content. And that took me 55 hours of actually actively trying to get through and not stalling or anything like that, but actually looking for everything, collecting everything, doing everything in a timely fashion, not wasting time. 55 hours for that, for Torn of the damn DLC. Football is back, go Jags. All right, you guys got a new quarterback. What's his name? Nick Foles. So we'll see how it goes for that. Let's see here. Elry says no, it's not supposed to come out for the next year. No, it's supposed to come out next year for the PS4. You really think there's no chance for a port? I'm saying that I'm not. Listen, you didn't get my joke. I'm saying that I am not 100% set in stone. Like, it still could get delayed. That game's already been delayed and it's been how many years since they announced that game? Yeah, it's supposed to come out. That's why I said it might not even come out. I'm making a joke. But no, I don't think there's going to be a port for the Switch. There's no reason to port the game to the Switch. Why are they going to port the in 1 year? They're going to finish it. It's just one episode. You're still going to have more episodes. So what are they going to do? They're going to hire a port team to port over the first episode over to the Switch? I mean, come on. It's not happening, man. You're getting your hopes up for nothing. Just play it on PS4 and enjoy it. Stop acting like it's not gonna come to Switch anytime soon. 2021, you're kidding me. Let's see here. Emperor says Fire Emblem is definitely better game than Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I love Xeno 2. I think Fire Emblem is more polished. Xenoblade has more content. Fire Emblem is more polished for sure. Let's see here. Damien says I gotta run. Time to pack my studio. See you guys. All right, take it easy, man. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Fake says the hero's kamikaze move is just the move that Vegeta used to kill himself in Boo and DBZ. All right, that's great. Thanks for that knowledge. Loki G says, are you surprised Fire Emblem sold, I think, only 143K in the sales charts? No, I'm not. Well, maybe a little bit. I thought it'd be a little bit better, but I think people are waiting for the Switch Lite, and also we're going to see better sales there. And then also on top of that, the digital sales are #1 in Japan. So it's not just physical, it's digital as well. And it's #1 in the eShop in Japan too. So it's not too bad of it. It's not too big of a deal. And I think that's above what Awakening did. I'm not sure if it's above Fates, but I know it's above what Awakening did, debut sales. Let's see here. Malik says, not just EA, but why do you think Activision, Take-Two, Bethesda think gamers are so stupid that we take all these ridiculous business practices lying down? I don't know what. There's no ridiculous business practice. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean ridiculous? Like Activision, Take-Two, Bethesda lying down? Obviously, they think that because people are still buying their games. If EA didn't make money, if Activision and Take-Two and Bethesda didn't make money off of all these ridiculous business practices, then they wouldn't do it. But they make money, so that's the reason why. I mean, if you think they're going to take it lying down, there's enough gamers that are going to stand up and put their money in. So you can say whatever you want, but at the end of the day, if the money's still flowing into the account, then what does it matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does it matter at all? They're still making money off of people. So, yeah. Let's see. Mr. P says, can we get a Heroes Broken Rant with the voices? No, because he's not broken. So, but you want me to joke around, say Heroes? I mean, I don't really have any passion to make a Heroes Broken Rant. I mean, if it just comes up randomly, but it's hard for me to just do it out of nowhere, you know. DJ says, what think about the Outer Worlds coming to Switch? I already made a video on that. This morning's video. It was cool. It's cool. But if you want to know my full thoughts, check out the videos, guys. Already made a video on that this morning. If you want, you can watch it. Come back. Got a link. Let's see here. What up, OJ? What topic we're on? We're on Q&A, Birdman. So if you have a question, tag me, and I'll be more than happy to answer it. Let's see. At the end of the day, there's enough stupid people that we can't do anything about it. LOL. Yeah. I don't have it. Top 3 Switch games. I mean, Smash, Fire Emblem, Zelda, or Xeno. You know, is Hero disappointing Smash character for you? No. Did you watch my? I mean, I used them for 3 hours last night. I talked about it on my reaction. I have a bunch of content that's where I already talked about them. No, I'm not disappointed at all. Are you hyped for the new Blade movie that was announced? Not really, but I'll go see it at some point. Maybe it's on when it's on Netflix. Yeah. Let's see here. Dank Meme says, "Is Evo running 4.0, or was it too late to make the tourney legal?" I think they're not running 4.0. I don't think they are. I don't think they are, from what I understand. Because I saw Bear say that they're not up. They said don't update your Switch. So it looks like, in terms of practicing. So yeah, I mean, maybe that's what it is. I'm not really sure. But yeah, he said don't update your Switch. So. Oh, Kalani, follow. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Fire Nation. Batman, what's up, man? How's it going? A little late, but it's all good. Hero Edge Guardian is mad annoying. It is mad annoying, especially when he picks like the Vegeta, the Vegeta thing that he can do, that big old spirit bomb or whatever the hell that he can do. And then also he has like his fire, his his fire that he can charge up, his electricity that he can charge up and hit you with. It's tough, but you just gotta basically, if you want to edge guard like to not get caught with stuff, you just gotta fast fall, drift, fast fall, then do your up B, because then you can throw off, because his fire is slow and his side B is also, it's faster, but it doesn't have as much range. Yeah, the magic burst. The magic burst is tough just because it explodes, but that's it's situational edge guard. If you have the MP, one, it takes a lot of MP, and two, if it actually pops up on the command menu, so you might get it, you might not. What port do you want to see on the Switch? What port do I want to see on the Switch? There's nothing that I want to see. Whatever developers want to put out, that's cool. But I don't have anything that I personally want. Whatever they give us, that's fine. Whatever comes, it comes. I'm gonna ask you a question, DJ. What do you want to see on the Switch? How about that? When they said don't update before or after the hero presentation, they've said before. They said before update 4.0. They said don't update if you want to practice on for Evo. So not after. Then after that doesn't make sense. But don't update before. So yeah. Let's not forget Heroes MP fills fairly well even on Shield. Does it? It kind of ticks by slow in my opinion. What mechanic would Sakurai add for Banjo? I don't know, because I didn't play the games like that. I don't like Banjo games, so I don't know. What do you guys think? What mechanics do you think Banjo, like weirdo mechanics, could Banjo have for it? The only reason I asked was because of your live stream last night. You seemed disappointed that the menu thing held back from being a great S tier character. No, that's not the case. I don't think I never even said anywhere near that he's like a S tier character, guys. S tier, to me, S tier is results. S tier is results. That's not the only thing. His menu thing isn't the only thing that's holding him back from S tier. I never even gave that impression. I like his neutral game. I'm just saying I'm adjusting for it. Now, I don't like the character as much as as much as Joker. I like Joker more than I like the hero. But I started adjusting a little bit more as I played, and I kind of realizing like what the spells do and everything. So I'm getting more used to it. But that's just not like RNG bringing up a wheel that brings up stuff. It doesn't fit my playstyle. But no, I still like him. I still think he's a fun character to use because you can do silly things. So he's still a fun character to use. And he still has some solid tools. But I mean, I don't think he's like S tier or anything like that. To me, S tier means results. That's what S tier is. It's not how much I like the character that means they're S tier. What it means is results. That's the competitive community. It's not how good I am with the character. Who cares how good I am with Joker? I'm not winning anything with him. We need to see lots of results. So whenever somebody says S tier or A tier, there needs to be results behind that. There needs to be actual that comes from the competitive community. It doesn't come from what somebody personally likes. Now there are Smash Brothers players that like to do that. They'll make a character S tier, or they'll say this character is this good, that good, based off of their own opinion, based off of them fighting against them, but we need results. That's the reason why I don't think Joker's S tier, because the only person who's winning is freaking Leo. He's the only one that even makes top 8. with Joker. Whereas we see multiple Peaches, we see multiple Olimars, we see multiple people using these characters that are really considered S tier before Pichu got nerfed. But even like Pikachu, we even seen Void, we're even seeing Esam. Both of those guys having great success with Pikachu, top level, top 20 players, So that's my thought process on that. Besides Astral Chain, what game are you most hyped for the rest of the year? Nick Foles in Smash. Yeah, Nick Foles, Super Bowl winner in Smash. What game am I hyped for outside of Astral Chain? Probably Oninaki, even though I haven't played the demo yet. Probably Oninaki, probably Daemon X Machina. Really hyped for that game. I'm excited for Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm excited for that game as well. I'm excited for Luigi's Mansion 3. There's quite a number of games I'm excited for. But the most, I'd probably say, out of all of them, the most, it's like Daemon X Machina is the game that kind of tickles my fancy the most, man. Like, really cool looking mech game, different, new, PvP, also co-op. I mean, a lot of cool online, a lot of cool customization, a lot of different weapons. Like, that's my style of game. I used to play Front Mission back in the day, and Armored Core. I used to play those on my emulators back in the day, with crappy fan translations, some of the Japanese Front Mission games and stuff like that. That stuff was dope back in the day, man. I used to play that. And I'm also a big fan of Gundam, for those who don't know. Like Gundam Wing, that's one of my favorite anime of all time. And Daemon X Machina, it kind of reminds me of like Gundam Wing in a way, All right, let's see here. You said you want to see Fallout 4. That's probably not happening. Zelda, Wind Waker. We might see about that. No More Heroes 2 and Lost Planet 2. That's a really weird assortment of games. Did you see those 64 gig Switch carts ever released? Did I see did those 64 gig carts? No. If they released them, we'd know about them. But no, there's no games. So if they release, don't you think that there'd be a game that we know about that uses it? But there are no games, so they haven't released yet. Let's see here. J. Davies says, the game that's still young and the meta is still evolving with 75 plus characters. It'll take a while. Exactly. Well, I'm off. I enjoy the EA roast. All right, take it easy, Markel. Mr. Pete says, I'm most looking forward to Luigi's Mansion 3 and Animal Crossing. All right, nice. Those are really good games. Animal Crossing is looking good. I thought you were talking about like 2019 games. Animal Crossing is looking good though, but I'm just not as big of a fan of Animal Crossing, but it's still looking really, really, really good. I like Animal Crossing. Like I like the whole thought process of the game and like the game, I think it's cool. What do you think about God Eater 3? Yeah, I think God Eater 3 is cool. I did a preview on it. I'll get it at some point once it goes down in price. Probably like Black Friday. But yeah, check out my video. Just type in God Eater 3. I have a preview on it. See all my thoughts about God Eater 3. I'm excited for Dragon Quest 11 S too. I'm excited for that game. Yes, I'm excited for that game too. Let's see here. Did you see the trailer for Daemon X Machina set before the game? It got me even more hyped for the game. Yeah, I did see that trailer. It's pretty cool. It's like anime kind of cutscene. Looks good. But I'm still in like Fire Emblem mode, So I'm still in Fire Emblem mode. So still playing a lot of Fire Emblem. All right. Keep the questions coming, guys. If you have them, I've got answers for you. Hi, sorry, I'm late. Oh, no, you're good, dude. Shout out, thanks for coming out to the stream. I've been playing a lot of Ys 8. Damn, it's good. Yeah, Ys 8 is pretty good. It's pretty good. Just, I mean, I haven't beat Ys 8 yet. I played some more of it when I was, I went to go get my tires fixed, and I was playing it when I was at I think it was last month, my tires, like, I had to get some new tires, front tires, and I was playing it there. But, man, Fire Emblem, it would have been a lot better to play when I was there. Fire Emblem is the perfect game to play. Is the perfect game to play. You can play it in short stints. You can play it in long stints. Fire Emblem is just so good. Yeah, from your tweet earlier, Animal Crossing would be gone with the quickness. What are you talking about? In terms of games, if Thanos? No, hell no, not for me. Animal Crossing seems to be more of a game than Death Stranding. Death Stranding seems to me like it's going to be one of those things that you play one time, it's a movie, then you're done. I'd rather take a game that you can play forever. You know what I'm saying? Like Animal Crossing you can play for a long amount of time. It has multiplayer. There's all sorts of cool like little aspects and things about Animal Crossing. And like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Animal Crossing, but I take that over a movie game any day. You put movie games up with real games, I'm gonna take the real games more than the movie games. And there's nothing in Death Stranding that I've seen that makes me want to keep it around. Why? Like what so far compared to Animal Crossing, compared to Final Fantasy VII Remake, and compared to Breath of the Wild 2, Death Stranding is getting yeeted. It's not a real game right now. From what I've seen, it's a movie. It's a movie. You know, it's a movie with some interactive, with some, you hit somebody with the briefcase and stuff. So, but we'll have to wait and see. We don't have enough information too. I think that we know more about, well, Breath of the Wild 2, we don't know a lot about it, but we know Breath of the Wild 1, right? So the original Breath of the Wild, we know how that works, and we know about Animal Crossing, how that works. We know about Final Fantasy VII Remake. We've seen that. Whereas, what have we really seen on Death Stranding? All we've seen is a bunch of movie actors and a brief blocking animations with a briefcase hitting them, and a ladder appearing out of nowhere, like a really crappy Sheikah slate. You know what I'm saying? Like a really trash Sheikah slate in Death Stranding. So there isn't enough for me to sit there and say, oh yeah, like, oh, I'm gonna take off Animal Crossing or something like that. Animal Crossing looks like it's gonna be dope from what they've showed off with the multiplayer, it looks like it's gonna be a great game in that genre. But I mean, like, Final Fantasy VII Remake looks like a movie game, but also has the gameplay to back it up from what we've seen, you know? So if I'm looking for that movie game experience, heck, Final Fantasy VII has the graphics like it, like an Advent Rising, and it has the gameplay. Once again, Breath of the Wild, you know that's going to have the gameplay. Animal Crossing is all about gameplay. So, yeah, I don't like movie games. So I basically picked the one that was the movie game. To me, at least. I don't usually care for about review scores, but what do you think Astral Chain final review scores will be on Metacritic? 85 to 90, kind of like Fire Emblem. TY says, yeah, I don't have as much faith in Death Stranding. I have faith that the voice acting is going to be really good. I have faith that the voice acting in the movie, the movie people that are playing in the movies or whatever, Norman Reedus, I have faith that they're going to have a great, you know, like, performances with all the movie actors they got. But when you hire that much star power, obviously you're lacking on something else. There's no way that you can make a game that's truly freaking phenomenal with all those I've never seen it before. His priority is not gameplay. Kojima's priority is movie actors and movie games. So I can't sit here and be confident in that. There's too many movie actors in the game. Too many. There's too many. Like, he's trying to overwhelm you with movie actors. Like, this is ridiculous. I've never seen a game with this much star power, like A-level talent or whatever, or B-level talent in Hollywood, and still have a good game when it comes to a game that actually takes their likeliness, not people that are voice acting, but actually like their faces in the game. This is a movie game, Death Stranding. So I have confidence that it's going to be all right. Like, I'm interested in it, but when you compare it to other real games, I'm not. I mean, come on. You know, like the other games that we know that are actually games, I haven't seen enough from Death Stranding yet. I haven't seen enough. And Metal Gear Solid 5 utterly disappointed me. And that was actually a game, you know, and that utterly disappointed me. Thank you. Seems focused on cinematics and story than actual gameplay. It definitely is. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I still might enjoy it though. That's the thing. Like, I'm not going to hate on it and say that it's going to be a trash game because it does focus on that. All I'm saying is that out of those 4 games, I'm going to keep more of the games that for the gameplay, not movie games. And it's definitely a movie game from what it seems. Besides Switch, what do you play games on most often? PS4, Xbox One, or PC? It really depends. I don't know. I guess Xbox One, but I don't really play games on. I don't have enough time to be playing games on all these stupid systems, to be honest. Let's see here. Ever heard of a game called Danganronpa? I have. I've covered it on the channel. Got recommended to me by a friend after mentioning they liked Ace Attorney. Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah, okay. Was that all you had to say? All right, cool. Let's see here. Way to be a pessimist. Pessimist about what? Let's see here. Death Stranding might be the must watch of the year. Must watch of the year, maybe. Yeah. Let's see here. Selling your Switch to get money for the PS5 next gen hype. All right. Hopefully that's good for you, man. Hopefully you have plenty of games to play and plenty of money to get your PS5. Might have to sell your Switch and a couple other things too, considering how much it might be because of the tariffs. Let's see. The core gameplay of Metal Gear Solid 5 was good though, just incomplete story. Uh, Open world stealth, I'm not as big of a fan of that, but hey, it is what it is. Dudes be worried about game of the year as if they can only buy one game per year, pretty much, dude. Game, and they only talk about like, oh, game awards. It's not even like everybody else. It's like game awards. Can it win game of the year? Game awards. Jeff Keighley, like the Keighley awards. Like, come on, man. Y'all take those Keighley awards seriously? I mean, it's cool when a game wins or doesn't win, but at the same thing, like, it's silly. Silly. All right, take it easy, DJ. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Appreciate you. We got about maybe 20 more minutes of questions. I appreciate you guys following through and staying throughout the whole time. We're gonna take a little bit of a break, and then we're gonna come back with Splatoon 2 in a little bit, and Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. So that'll be fun. But I still got 20 more minutes of questions before that break happens. So feel free to drop your questions in the chat. Be more than happy to answer them, or if you have comments, or if you want to talk about a game that you've been playing, or whatever the case is, or what you like about something that isn't spoilerish, then no problem. Does anybody know when Death Stranding will come out in theaters? There'll probably be something in theaters that lets you preview Death Stranding. There'll probably be like a, before whatever movie comes out, there's probably going to be some Death Stranding stuff that you can see. Just like I think they did it with God of War, so I think they're going to do the same thing with Death Stranding too. How's your day so far, Jose? It's doing pretty good. Pretty good. Can't complain, man. Can't complain too much. Can't complain too much. Switch has seen a number of never before seen franchises on Nintendo console. What non-Nintendo franchise would you want to see make a debut on the Switch? There isn't really anything else. There isn't really anything that I want to see or anything like that. There isn't really something that I can think of that I'm like, oh, I gotta have or anything like that. So I'm gonna ask you a question. What do you think can come over, and maybe I can pick from that, because I don't think about stuff like that. I don't care, to be honest. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. So the reason why I don't have anything to say is because I don't care. Whatever comes over comes over. But it's a video game comes over. A video game comes over. Like Outer Worlds, cool. Like maybe I'll try it out. Great. I'm more worried about just like playing the games that I can. I don't have a ton of time to play games, but when I do, I want to play great quality games, and Nintendo supplies that. Nintendo's partners, whether it's like Dragon Quest 11S, they have. I gotta worry about beating my games more so than anything. That's what I'm trying to figure out, is actually beating the games that I do buy. I'm more worried about that. Death Ray says, "Will you buy Death Stranding when it comes out on Steam? When it comes out and stream it? Will I stream Death Stranding? Probably not, but we'll see. I might buy it, but I don't know about streaming it." Favorite Three Houses character so far? Favorite Three Houses character? Probably just, I don't know if I have a favorite one. Maybe Petra. She's kind of cool. I think that Casper can be funny at times. I think Ferdinand can be funny. I think Manuela's cool. I think there's a lot of cool characters. How you feel about realizing that Blue Line's the best house out of the three houses? I don't know if it is, but if you think that, cool, Baron. Let's see here. Did you ever end up playing Mario Make 4 levels from subs and members? Yeah, I did. We did it on Twitch. So yeah. Let's see here. Paid Enthusiast says, I can't wait to see Death Stranding review scores on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Let's see here. Prince of the Vault says Yakuza is the franchise I'd like to see. Cool. Sounds good. I'm not a big of a Yakuza fan, but yeah, if they can get that over to Switch, that'd be great, man. I'd be down for that. I'd be 100% down for that. Cyberpunk getting a Switch announcement would be jaw dropping. Yeah, it'd be interesting if they could get it. But I mean, if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. But yeah, man. If you stream Death Stranding, you would get a copyright claim for streaming a movie. you, maybe. I might finally upgrade my GPU when Cyberpunk comes out. There you go. That's a good game to upgrade. There'll probably be a lot of deals. They'll probably be like, you buy this. You know what you should do is you should just wait, right? And whenever Cyberpunk comes out, there'll probably be deals like on iBuyPower. You buy this GPU, you get Cyberpunk for free. You know, so just wait. Yeah, so just wait for that. Just wait for that, and look on the PC sites. Look on like Newegg or look on like iBuyPower, and you can probably be able to get the game for free with a GPU purchase, which they always do. That they always have those deals. Always. Let's see here. I'm Fake says only port I want for the Switch is Dark Souls 3 because it's the best one in the Souls series. That's interesting. I've seen so many people say different things about Dark Souls games, but yeah, that'd be cool if they brought it over. Are you planning on getting Dust Diver? Yeah, I talked about that game multiple times. I'm planning on getting it. I think it's up on Steam Early Access, but I'll probably get the Switch version at some point. Yeah, 980 Ti is plenty to play the game, but I mean, if you want to upgrade your GPU, might be a good time to do it then. Might be a good time. Any other questions? Keep it going, guys. Got about 14 more minutes of questions. 14 more minutes. Yo, the Icarus with the $5 donation through Super Chat. Thank you so much, the Icarus. And he says, if we don't see any new game from Retro Studios by next year, would you still trust them with Metroid Prime 4? We have had no idea what they've been up to. Well, if we don't see Metroid Prime 4 by next year, would you still trust them with the new game? I don't know. I don't know if I don't trust any video game company in terms of them making stuff. I'm not sure if I trust anybody, and especially like Retro Studios, because what have they made? They haven't really made much. So, but we don't know the behind the scenes deal with them. Like we don't know, development studios are as good as the leadership for them. So it seems like to me that Retro Studios has been mismanaged. It's not just their fault. So Nintendo's at fault too, as well, because they didn't give Metroid Prime 4 to Retro Studios at the beginning, if you want to play that angle, So I'm not going to sit here and put it all on them. It's Nintendo and it's Retro Studios' fault for whatever shortcomings the studio has as a whole. It's not just one company, it's not just Retro Studios, it's also Nintendo's fault. Retro Studios is also like Tanabe. Tanabe is part of Retro Studios too. He's the one who helps out with stuff, so it's their fault as well. It's everybody's fault. It's not just one person. It's a team game. Metroid Prime 4 better have gyro controls or I'll riot. What if they make it like Metroid Prime 1 where it's just like lock on? Better have Labo car support. But yeah, I mean the Icarus, I see what you're saying, man, when it comes to like Metroid Prime 4. Like I see what you're saying, and I can see why there's some cause for concern for sure. But we'll see. We'll see what they go through. We'll see what they have to say. I'm not really sure what's going to happen. But either way, it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting either way. St. Louis says, how are you liking Hero in Smash, OJ? Does it fit your playstyle? No, not really. He's a little slow. And his aerials are okay. But he's just a little slow. I like my character's a little bit faster than he is. He's not super slow, but he's not as fast as Sheik or Joker. And like I don't like his back air. His back air doesn't come out fast enough. His back air takes way too long to come out. Like I like quicker back airs. Like Sheik has a fast back air. Joker has a fast back air. His back air is slow and it takes a while. Like you can't real short hop back air or anything like that. Kind of feels like a mix between like Roy and like some of the other sword fighters. I don't know. He's a weirdo, dude. He's definitely a weirdo. Definitely a weirdo. All right. Glad to see you back, bro. Take care, man. Peace out. Peace out, everyone. All right, take it easy, bro. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Koopa Slayer says, just found your channel through Spawncast last week and have been watching everything you upload. I really enjoy your content. I listened to your last 2 podcasts while working today. Yo, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Shout out to Koopa Slayer. Thank you for coming out to the stream. I appreciate that, and thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, man. I appreciate it, dude. I do my best, and glad you found me through the Spawncast, man. Spawncast is dope. It's a fun show. So glad that you're enjoying it, and glad I can give you stuff to watch while you're working, man. Help make the day go by quicker. But yeah, we had a lot of content yesterday, man. We had a lot of content on the channel. Too much content. We had too much content on the channel yesterday, so it was good. It was good to see. It was good to see that. Good to see. Wait, where are your podcasts? My podcasts are on the channel. All you got to do is go on the channel and look right there, and you'll see my podcast. It actually literally says podcasts. Like, it says PE podcasts. They're right there. Look, you go on the channel. Here's the homepage. PE podcasts. My live streams that I do. OJ streams. The ones that you guys are watching right now. OJ stream. OJ stream. OJ stream. Blah, 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 blah. They're all right here. Everything's all organized nice and neat for you guys. It's very simple. Want to see more Fire Emblem? People said, I'll watch one of your streams. Like, my streams on Fire Emblem. Everything here on Fire Emblem's right here. You want a whole Fire Emblem? You want to watch everything on Fire Emblem? I've got it. You can click the playlist, watch all the Fire Emblem to your heart's content. Want to watch all my normal PlayerEssence videos? They're all right here. Everything's all organized for you guys. All my latest dedicated videos, I even tell you what time they're uploaded. But the latest dedicated videos from PlayerEssence, from gaming news to dedicated videos on all things gaming. Videos usually go up at 6 a.m. PT, 9 a.m. I put 9 a.m. Oh my God, I put PT twice. I got to fix that. Typo. Monday through Friday. You guys know what I mean, though. All the PE podcasts. Everything's all right there for you guys. I do it nice. You guys want to watch my stupid videos that I somehow did really good, and I don't know why? You can watch them too. Look at this stupid Doom Let's Play. 431,000 views for what? None of those people even subscribe. Get the hell out of here. Go look at those. Go look at the comments. Go look at the comment section for these 3 videos. Go look at the comment section, and tell yourself that you wouldn't like slit your wrist. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. It's a joke. Okay. No, the comment section is something else, dude. It's something else. All right. So Death Raid says weird. They don't seem to get put on my sub screen. Maybe forgot to click more. They helped with programming and a lot of other stuff. If you just go to the main page, just go to the main homepage, you'll see it all right there laid out. It's all right there. Upper Nimbus says you're a savage. I'm sorry. It was something just popped up in my head, and I said it. Probably shouldn't have said it, but I still said it anyway. So whatever. Where's the Dr. Mario Part 2? Like I said, God, that stupid Dr. Mario, man. I don't like those type of videos because people are gonna expect me to make those type of videos. If I keep on doing those type of videos, they're like, oh, where's the next Dr. Mario? Part 3. It's like, I don't want to make Dr. Mario. Anyway, whatever. Maybe I'll make it. That Dr. Mario video had like 1,000 views after months. It had like 1,000 views. Dude, I swear, I never even looked at the video again. Then all of a sudden, like 2 years later, I look at the video and it has like 300,000 views. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, seriously, like it had like no views when it first uploaded. Stupid video. Let's see here. Yes, I would love another Dr. Mario video. All right, whatever. Whatever, man. Maybe I'll get it done one of these days. Maybe not. Have you ever thought about broadening your channel by doing anime content as well as streams as well as gaming? Yeah, anime content's coming. It's coming. I know you guys are willing to help with Dr. Mario Part 2. I know. I'll get you guys the help. Basically, here's what I need for Dr. Mario Part 2. I need somebody to play as Naked Shulk. I need somebody to play as Bowser. I need somebody to play as Peach. So Party Man. I need Peach, Bowser, Naked Shulk, and Wario. and I can make the video, and then I'll record a bunch of other stuff, then I can make the video. It just takes a lot of planning. Believe it or not, that stupid 1 minute 26 that stupid video took a long time to make. Took hours upon hours to edit. Even though it doesn't seem like much, it really did take a long time to edit that video. It really did. It took a lot of hours to edit that video. I haven't been keeping up with the latest episodes of Boruto. I'm like at episode like 111, so I know I'm not too far off. I've been watching JoJo Part 4. I finished, what did I finish? I finished Hunter x Hunter, which is the greatest anime of all time, maybe. I finished Hunter x Hunter. Now I'm going to now I'm on JoJo. So I finished Hunter x Hunter, and then I started JoJo a couple weeks ago. I finished all of JoJo Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 3-2, which is Battle for Egypt, which, damn, that thing, JoJo Part 3 dragged on forever. Jotaro's cool and all, but holy hell did that arc drag on for a long time compared to Part 1 and Part 2. And now I'm on Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable. Which is good. I think it's good so far. I'm about like 30 episodes in to Diamond is Unbreakable. And it's good. It's good. I'm enjoying it. I think there's one more after that, Golden Wind or something like that, or Golden something. So I got one more thing with JoJo. Then I'll move on to not My Hero. I've already been watching My Hero. That's the new season's coming. I'm gonna move on to what was it? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That's what I'm watching next after JoJo. I'm almost done with JoJo. Well, not almost done. I still got to do the Golden Dude, but then also finish Diamond is Unbreakable. Josuke's arc. JoJo Part 3 is it's a comedy. It is almost a full-on comedy. It's serious, but then, oh my god, oh no. Oh my, like that, like when he's getting attacked by that thing, that when Joe starts getting attacked by that thing on his arm, and he literally says, oh, he's running, he says, oh my god, oh no, he says it like 10 times in that one episode. I was like dying laughing, man. Who's my favorite JoJo so far? My favorite JoJo so far is maybe, to be honest, man, I don't want to sound corny, but like Jonathan, like the original JoJo, or Jotaro, or maybe not Joseph. Joseph's okay. You know, he's been in multiple arcs now. Joseph's okay, but maybe like the original Jonathan Joseph, man. Maybe like the original one, man. The original Jonathan Joseph. I know he didn't survive very long, and his arc isn't necessarily there, but I mean, I don't know. It just feels like the original JoJo feels like an actual, like, it feels like they're trying to be, I laugh at it, but it feels like they're trying to be funny. It's like it's more sinister than the newer JoJo's. Even though like JoJo, it's a sinister anime. Obviously bad things happen, people die and all that stuff like that, but like it just seemed like they weren't trying to be joking around, and it was very serious, but I laughed anyway, you know? Whereas like the new JoJo's are actually actively trying to make you laugh, which is fine, which is not a problem. There's nothing wrong with that. But the old JoJo, like the first JoJo, you just laugh because of how cheesy it was and how it looked, because it's an old anime, not because they're actually trying to be funny, you know, because they're really not. There's not really any comedy parts in the original JoJo, but I just like it. And it was surprising. I was shocked when the original JoJo, when he died in the original JoJo, I was like, I like couldn't believe. I was like, wait a minute, they're killing off the main character, because I didn't know it was nobody told me about JoJo beforehand in terms of like it was like a generational thing. Nobody told me that, so I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. It just surprised me. So that's the reason why I like it. I'm sympathetic towards the first Jonathan. So, Goblin Slayer. Okay, that's cool. Jonathan it's a respectable choice. It is. He's a proper gentleman, you know? He's a proper gentleman. I love how they did the time skip. We got super. You think 5 years is a lot? You think Shippuden time skipped on you? Bruh. The original JoJo. They 7-year time skipped on you. Like dude, JoJo, he was like, hey, no, I'm JoJo now. Look at me. This man, he's just massive, dude. It was great, dude. It was fantastic. Oh my god, you just started. Why didn't you tell me you just started watching season 1? Damn it, I thought all of you guys have already seen it. Oh man, see, this is why I don't like talking anime. Now I just freaking ruined it for. Now I just freaking ruined it for NHRT. I just fucking ruined it for him. I ruined it for him. See, this is why I don't like talking anime, because then I ruin it for people. You know? Damn. I'm sorry, dude. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Reach out to me on Twitter. Reach out to me on Twitter and I'll send you an eShop code for game. I got some eShop codes that I know that I haven't used yet. Reach out to me on Twitter and I'll send you a game. I'll look through my emails and I'll send you a game. All right, man? Sorry about that. Hopefully the game will make up for it. Let's see, I want to watch JoJo, but the art is kind of ugly to me. The art changes each arc. So if you watch the beginning arc, it's old school 1980s anime. You watch like the second arc, it's still kind of like that, but it's a little bit better. But then once you get to the third arc, that's Jotaro's arc, the art is it's newer and it looks a lot better. And then if you go to the fourth arc, the art is the art is completely changed from the third arc. So they all are drawn a bit differently in each arc. So just keep that in mind with JoJo, because I wasn't huge on the art either, but it changes. Like the arc 1 and arc 2 are kind of similar, but arc 3 looks different and arc 4 looks completely different. They completely change it around. They're not anywhere near as muscular either. From arc 3 to arc 4, they're way thinner. That's what I noticed. Like Jotaro is no longer on steroids, you know, in arc 4. So, yo, Sam, I got spoiled too much. Yeah, my bad, Jetty. Okay, no more spoilers, guys. No more spoilers. See, I'm not gonna start talking about. I thought all of you guys had already seen JoJo. I thought you guys had already seen JoJo. My bad. I thought all of you guys, because you guys were all telling me to watch JoJo, so I literally thought that all of you guys were already seen JoJo, or you guys weren't interested in JoJo. So yeah, man, my bad. See, I'm not gonna talk about anime anymore. I'm not gonna do it anymore. But you guys weren't interested. Auron, you're an active anime watcher, so you would have already watched JoJo if you wanted to watch it. I'm not gonna watch Seven Deadly. You VC. You told me to watch Seven Deadly Sins. You told me to watch Full Metal Alchemist. You told me to. I can't watch everything at the same time. I can't watch 5 million animes. You told me. You said Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Watch that. I said okay. That's my next anime. You know that's what I said. Now you're telling me to watch 7. I can't watch everything at the same time. I already took your suggestion with Full Metal Alchemist, which I'm not even done with JoJo yet. So what do you want me to do? It's on the back burner, my boy. So I don't know what's going on. What do you want me to do, man? All right. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up right here, guys. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I will be back in about 1 hour's time. We're going to be playing Splatoon 2. Remember, if you want to get in on Splatoon 2, please make sure you member up, get in on Splatoon 2. You can get, we're going to be playing some private battles. Also, we'll be playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild as well. So yeah, we'll be playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild as well. So that should be fun. So 4 hours more in a bit. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, guys. I'm gonna go relax, shut my eyes just for a bit, just rest them, or not shut my eyes, but just lie down. And I'll be back with Splatoon 2 and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in about 1 hour. Okay, about 1 hour. So yeah, Angel Page, literally, I just told you right now, 1 hour, we'll be back with Legend of Zelda and Splatoon 2. So video games. You guys can ask me questions during the games too. So if you have questions in the chat, you guys can ask me questions there. Or if you guys want to go over topics that we went over, that's fine. I'll have this video live before we go live with our next video. I'll have this video live on the channel. So if you missed it, as long as I can get it, you know, if it processes fast enough, this video, you can watch the replay if you want to watch that. You don't want to watch us play gameplay. So all good there. Or you can rewind the stream if you want to watch, if you missed the stream today. So you can rewind it as well. All right, guys, so that wraps it up for this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll be back in 1 hour for Splatoon 2 and also Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. All right, guys, peace. See you soon.